the movie kicks off with a bang. Before start, subscribe my channel guys, I need your support. Suspenseful music starts playing as we see an abandoned bridge. There's a soldier marching forward with his rifle aimed ahead, looking tired but determined to find the enemy. Suddenly, the first enemy appears, and he quickly shoots him down, followed by another one. But then, he gets shot, forcing him to take cover. In his desperate situation, he reminisces about a memory showing someone walking on the beach. The scene changes to Mumbai, India, where we're shown a school and students are going home. Among them is O.V.I. Mahajan Jr., who goes with his friends to grab a bite and returns home a little late. He's greeted by a man named Saju, who seems to be his guardian. Saju sternly reminds O.V.I. that he must come straight home from school. Later, O.V.I.'s friends plan to meet at a club. They encourage O.V.I. to ask a girl out, but he's shy and hesitant. So they decide to smoke weed to boost his confidence. They head to the back and light up a joint, but suddenly a car approaches and two police officers step out. Since weed is illegal in India, they scramble to hide it. But shockingly, instead of arresting them, the police officers kill O.V.I.'s friends and abduct him. The scene shifts to jail, where we meet O.V.I. Mahajan Sr., O.V.I.'s father, who happens to be a drug lord. Saju visits him and promises to do everything possible to bring back his son. Saju reveals that he has a plan. The scene changes, and we find ourselves in Australia, where three people are resting near a lake. One of them talks about how deep the lake is beside the rock they are sitting on. The soldier we saw at the movie's beginning is also present, relaxing and sipping a beer. To everyone's horror, he casually jumps into the lake, taking a big free fall before diving in. He sits at the bottom of the lake floor as if meditating. Next, we see the same guy approaching his run-down house, where he is greeted by his dog and a woman named Nick Khan. She's waiting for him and informs him about the extraction of a drug lord's son, kidnapped in Dhaka by a gangster named Amir Asif. She warns him about the difficulty of the task, but he remains undeterred, stating that he needs the money. Despite her concerns due to his drunken state, she schedules a meeting for the next day. We learn that the soldier's name is Tyler. In the following scene, Tyler and his team are briefed by Sanju and his people about the extraction. They provide all the necessary information about O.V.I. and the biggest drug lord in Bangladesh, Amir Asif, which led to the kidnapping. After receiving the relevant information, Tyler and his team prepare for the mission. Now we find ourselves in Dhaka, where Tyler sits on a random street awaiting a phone call. When the phone rings, he's instructed to go to a specific street, and there he's blindfolded, kidnapped, and taken to an old room in a van. In the room, Tyler asks for proof of O.V.I. being alive, but the kidnappers demand money instead. The leader, Callum, attempts to scare Tyler by pretending to pull the trigger, but Tyler remains unfazed, knowing that the gun has no magazine. Callum and his gang are amazed at Tyler's bravery and then proceed to discuss business. They show Tyler the proof of O.V.I. being alive and warn him that O.V.I. Mahajan Sr. better pay the ransom, or they'll kill O.V.I. Mahajan Jr. themselves. Blindfolded once again, Tyler is escorted out. While they're descending a flight of stairs, one of the people accompanying Tyler gets shot through the window by a sniper, who is supposedly a member of Tyler's gang. Taking advantage of the situation, Tyler manages to take down the other escorting person. He then frees himself, returns to the room where he was held captive, and brutally kills everyone, showcasing his incredible skills. Finally, he releases O.V.I. and gets him to safety. After successfully tucking O.V.I. into a car, completing the first part of the mission, the scene changes to a building rooftop where Amir Asif oversees a group of children acting as his eyes and ears. With his money stolen, Amir interrogates everyone. But before he can punish the children, the police colonel informs him of O.V.I.'s escape. In response, Amir orders the city to be closed off. Meanwhile, Tyler arrives at the planned spot with O.V.I. equipping him with necessary gear and giving him something sugary for energy. He records a video of O.V.I. for payment evidence during the extraction. Together, they head through the greenery towards the boat that will take them to India, surrounded by Tyler's and Nick's team. However, things take a turn for the worse. They aren't receiving the rest of the payment and have been ghosted. The boat gets ambushed, leading to the deaths of the people on board, including Tyler's teammate GE, killed by a masked man. Tyler realizes that someone else is involved and runs away with OVI. The masked man is revealed to be Seju, which surprises OVI initially. But Tyler manages to convince him that something is wrong. They escape in a car, leading to an intense chase involving Tyler, OVI, Seju, and every policeman in Dhaka. They miraculously manage to evade capture despite running through buildings and using Tyler's combat expertise. But just as they are about to escape, Seju catches up. A fight ensues, and while Tyler gains the upper hand, he is knocked out briefly by a stray car. During Tyler's momentary incapacitation, Seju grabs OVI, but before he can escape, he's hit by a truck driven by Tyler. Both parties manage to flee, and Tyler realizes they can't run forever. They need a distraction, so Tyler and OVI jump from the truck at the last second, causing it to crash and deceive their pursuers. They receive updates from Nick, revealing that the clients wanted them to handle the difficult part of the extraction before taking over to save money. Nick instructs them to go to a bridge 4 kilometers away for rescue. Tyler refuses to leave and just asks Nick to find his money. Meanwhile, injured and bloody, Seju checks into a hotel and calls his family to reassure them. He tells his wife to take the money and leave if he doesn't call back within 12 hours. Tyler and OVI embark on their conquest to leave Dhaka, but they encounter Farhad and young soldiers who start firing without hesitation. Despite the danger, Tyler easily overpowers them. The gunshots attract the police, prompting Tyler and OVI to seek refuge in the sewage canals under the roads. Here, Tyler calls Nick and asks her to contact Gaspar to arrange their safe escape. Gaspar owes Tyler his life, so Tyler trusts him completely. As expected, Gaspar takes care of Tyler and OVI, providing them a safe house where they can rest and heal. While Gaspar gives them privacy, Tyler and OVI chat about their lives. Next day, Gaspar joins Tyler for a long boys' night filled with whiskey and friendly discussions. Gradually, the conversation shifts towards OVI and Gaspar talks about how OVI is destined to die. Gaspar suggests it would be better if they kill OVI themselves, offering a less painful death compared to Amir's methods. As Gaspar's plans come to light, Tyler discovers he has made a deal with Amir to kill OVI and split the reward between them. This revelation leads to a big fight between Tyler and Gaspar, which ends tragically with OVI shooting Gaspar twice. Gaspar dies, and OVI breaks down, crying on Tyler's shoulder. With Gaspar dead and Amir alerted to their location, it becomes dangerous for Tyler and OVI to stay at Gaspar's house any longer. Tyler devises a plan involving Seju. They'll coordinate to bring OVI to the other side of a heavily guarded bridge. Tyler contacts Seju and arranges a meeting the next day early morning. Despite their previous differences, they now share the same goal of protecting OVI and ensuring his safety in India. Seju and Tyler devise a plan where Seju accompanies OVI to the other side of the bridge, while Tyler provides distraction as cover for them. Later that day, they put their plan into action. Seju and OVI wait at a distance from the first blockade. Meanwhile, he launches a grenade, causing chaos and confusion, which allows Seju to drive through the blockade and pass the first barrier successfully. Tyler deals with the soldiers attacking him and starts following Seju on foot. As Seju and OVI pass through security, they're noticed by a policeman who attempts to stop them. However, they keep walking and don't halt until the policeman confronts them and orders OVI to remove his cap. Upon seeing OVI's face, the policeman realizes he is the child they were supposed to capture. Seju fights off the policeman, keeps OVI safe, and radios Tyler for backup. Tyler proceeds to make his way to the bridge, taking down more policemen and soldiers. Seju, unfortunately, is shot dead by a sniper while defending his position. We come to understand that the first scene was connected to this moment, as Tyler takes down 2 people, but is shot in the neck by the sniper. Neil identifies the sniper responsible for the killings and eliminates the threat. Tyler, on the brink of exhaustion, instructs OVI to run to Neil for safety. While OVI reaches Neil, Tyler valiantly takes out the remaining enemies on the other side of the bridge. Tragically, he is shot in the back of the neck by Farhad. I rushes to Tyler, but it's too late. Tyler dies, and the movie ends with Amir meeting his fate at the hands of Neil. I dives into a swimming pool, reflecting on Tyler's words about drowning. As he resurfaces from the water, someone appears to be watching him from outside the pool. Thanks for watching and do subscribe.